Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? AMC Bickums here. Hope you're all having a good day. This video is going to be about AMC stock and what I see for it going forward. Today we had a pretty good green day. I actually see quite a bit of these coming for us going forward here in the near future. I want to go ahead and cover AMC's fundamental first before we get into all the back end stuff. So today the box office numbers, if you guys look, we're at 682 million, which this time here last year we were only at 101 million, and this is domestically. So this isn't just all going to AMC. AMC is the largest theater chain, so they do get most of this money. By the time that Batman comes out, I think we should be at about 800 million, if not a little bit over it. So I could see this quarter ending around 1.3 billion, 1.4, a little bit higher than that, which you guys can see the short thesis on the theater chains is drastically dying. This is no longer a massively dying industry. They're not burning cash like crazy. They were paying 400 million a year in interest. It's insane, you guys, how much money they were paying in interest. They were giving them before they restructured their debt. Like I said, they were paying almost 100 million a quarter. That is drastically dropped. They're going to go ahead and put that into profit. As you guys know, the popcorn is coming out very, very soon. It should be out within a couple months here, actually. That should be a massive, massive profitable thing for them. As we saw before on popcorn, margin is 80 to 90%. So we go up there and we buy hundreds of millions of dollars worth of this popcorn. Almost all of it is pure profit for them. So, like I said, nothing but great things for AMC going forward. Fundamentally, they are no longer they're not going to die off. Like, the short thesis in my eyes is completely dead, especially once they start smashing more down on this debt. I cannot see what you would say. What, that they're the number one theater chain and movies are dying? You guys can clearly see they're not. And they were saying most this time last year that most of these streaming industries are not going to be doing what they're doing with, oh, we need to release it on our platform first. They want to go ahead and put it on theaters, and then they're going to put it on their platform. As you guys have seen, that's already started this year. So, like I said, nothing but great things going forward with AMC. One of the things I want to show you guys too is shout out to my buddy Abe Rocket here. Susquehanna, one of AMC's biggest short position holders. If you guys look at their portfolio, they actually have $2 $2 trillion million. I'm tired, you guys. $2 trillion in SPY calls, which is 76% of their portfolio. So as you guys can imagine, they're getting smashed today. Well, if you guys look about the other news that happened today is these bonds for Russia. Their values were cut down to zero today. And a lot of people don't understand that UBS Group actually caters to half the world's billionaires. The bank may liquidate the securities at market value for those clients that can't meet additional requirements, asking not to be identified as the matter is private. So, like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on in this background. You guys got to remember these Chinese bonds are already got just plummeted with this Evergrande stuff. They have so many bonds now that are becoming basically worthless for this collateral. It's if you guys think about it, it's actually very, very scary what's going on in the world because that everyone's in debt. Like I was showing you guys before, everyone is in debt. We have 650 trillion in the derivatives market. You guys, you're seeing it by us buying and holding it gummed up the works. It's exposing all of that risk for these guys. You guys got to remember in 2008, these banks were only over leveraged 12 to 1, 20 to 1. Some of them now are over leveraged 200 to 1, 156 to 1. So back in 2008, their insurance companies were the things that were over leveraged 100 to 1. Well, guess what? Those guys have to be over leveraged now. You see what I'm saying? These guys are able to take on all this risk and not have to put anything down. Well, if they're able to take all this risk, they should have been smarter with it. It's not our fault. Like I said, you guys, we're in a once in a lifetime opportunity. Do not sell low. Don't like I said, don't miss this chance, man. There's so much stuff going on around the world. It's burning around us. Like I said, they have been stealing for too long. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is Ken Griffin. A lot of people saw that Citadel actually is pulling money out of Melvin Capital. They're basically done with that. They see Melvin Capital is a sinking ship. You guys, like I said, these banks, they're losing all of this money. I've told you guys for 9 months now. These banks are the biggest problem. We kill the banks, we cut the head off the snake, the play's over. They're their liquidity. They were their lifeline. They were bailing them out with ISDA like crazy. They were able to fill shorts with ISDA, as we saw. They're able to fill FTDs, as we saw. They're able to get off the reg show list with ISDA contracts. They're able to hide positions with ISDA. There's so much stuff with ISDA, you guys, and it's worldwide. And you're now seeing the effects of this ISDA globally. It is crashing everywhere. Like I said, you guys, there's too much money has been borrowed, has been repackaged and sold 50, 60 times over to where it's 2008 all over again with the tranches. The CDOs, but instead of synthetic CDOs, we got naked CDSs like I showed you guys before. It's the same thing. You just want to make sure you're in the right spot when they have to start paying those tranches back. And like I said, we know AMC has been being shorted by how many of us buying it for the last year. All of this being moved over to the CNS program. There's so many other things. These put options, these flex options, married puts. There's so much stuff that they're doing, and it's all being exposed. You have so many rules coming into place. That CAT system update goes live in a couple months here, and that's the one with the customer ID and the broker ID. And then if it's a business, it's got their business ID and their EIN number. That's massive. They will know everything in the SEC. Like I said, you guys can. They're changing so much stuff for this year. I can't see this going on very much longer. To be honest with you, I can't. The United States, we can't just sit there and keep propping them up with all of these things. Another thing I wanted to show everybody that I thought was pretty strange. So we've had 60% short volume average. It's like 61.9 and since the 25th of last month. That's a long time to be over 60%. Well, out of nowhere these last couple days, like I said, something's going to happen. 40%, it's gotten cut 20%. That's a massive drop. That's a massive drop. So I see them running out of liquidity. Like I said, these bonds, these Chinese bonds are worthless. You got government bonds that are worthless. You got hedge funds that are just, like I said, they're getting destroyed. You got these biggest, like I said, it's everybody's tanking. They have all this money that, like I said, it's got to collapse, you guys. This reset has got to collapse. The government's got to let it collapse at some point. They know it. They can't just raise inflation to astronomical numbers and be like, well, it's going to be good. Okay, we're going to be okay if we just do that. They need this market correction to happen. We have to. There's nothing else that can happen at this point. Like I said, I've shown you guys everything in these last couple videos with the derivatives market at 650 trillion. Like I said, something's got to give. These bubbles have got to burst. They took 2008 and they made it way worse. They did not fix the problem. They made it 5,000 times worse. Injected steroids and then started over and then changed a couple terms. Instead of hedge funds, it's family offices. Instead of synthetic CDOs, it's naked CDSs. They changed one letter. Like I said, you guys, these guys are caught red-handed. There's nothing they can do. Have faith. Everything around us is burning, including these banks. And like I said, since 8 months ago, the second the banks go down, we squeeze. Period. Thank you guys for listening. Like I said, nothing but good things should happen in these next couple weeks. They're running out of time. They're running out of liquidity. The government, we're going to try and make money with sovereign credit default swaps off war. And that's all war is just trying to get the government money. So the government might be able to prop them up a little bit longer. But like I said, there's nothing else these guys can do, guys. This stuff is ridiculous. They're definitely running out of time. So thank you guys for listening. Have a good night.